Alright, so the second game between Hawk and Czech now. Czech this time being the blue Night Elf on Secret Valley. Hawk lost its first map with like the Zeppelin loss, which was quite insane. So it's up for a second map now. Let's see how that one works out. Hawk will go for that fast expansion play most likely again, like he I think really always does against Night Elf on this high level of play. And we will see how that works out for him. Now there's different things Czech can do on this map. He will most likely go for Demon Hunter. This is not really a good Warden map, because it's hard to actually creep to level 3, there's no Merc camp and such. So it's most likely going to be Demon Hunter, and he can go for a lot of Huntresses early on to try to push that expansion. He can also go for a lot of Huntresses and try to place towers here to tower push it. Or he can just go for a rather early tech, go into Dried Spares, try to play the map control game, get his own expansion up, and get a high level Panda, for example. There's different things he can do there. Damn, my drop was too late. Dude, the way he's lagging is insane. Alright, that works. Alright, so it is indeed Archmage versus Demon Hunter. Now it's just about how does Czech want to play against the fast expansion playstyle, which Hawk will most likely go for. Is it either gonna be that early Hunter's Hall, maybe tower push, maybe mass Huntresses even, or just an early tech into Dryad map control? We will see. There's no Zeppelin on this map, so it's not so easy for Hawk to actually harass Czech as soon as Czech gets Dryads and such. On the other hand, maybe Hawk doesn't want to have a Zeppelin after just losing his Zeppelin together with all of his Footmen and Archmage in the last game. So maybe that's more convenient for him now. But anyway, Czech has some Scout Whiffs going out already, both creeping the orange spot now to get closer to level 2. And Hawk already prepared a Scout Tower here. He will get an Arcane Tower eventually, but maybe rather late like he did last game as well. But he has to get it if Czech decides to go for Staff of Teleportation Immolation play. And Hawk wants to try to steal that Gnoll Assassin now. Czech doesn't want to let that happen though. Czech also got a kill. No wait, he didn't get a kill on a peasant, he got the detonate on the Vault Elemental actually. And that way got an additional 42 XP, and that's an instant level up, so he doesn't have to do the green spot to get his level 2. So he can instantly go for Harass now. Hawk completely out of mana because it was detonate on his Archmage as well it seems. Gets his level 2 now though, but he won't get another Vault Elemental out if Czech just mana burns him, and then he's gonna have a rough time creeping that expansion spot. While Czech gets his third Moonwell, he gets additional archers and... well, actually no additional archers so far, that's my bad. He's actually not doing that. He's getting an early Hunter's Hall instead. No tech so far, because he's quite low on lumber as well. And he might actually go into that Huntress play or some tower push play maybe as well. We will still have to see. And he builds an additional Wisp now as well. No second Angel Forter, so it's definitely not gonna be mass Huntresses. So I guess he will play Huntresses with attack as well. There we go, he just placed, I think, a Moonwell here to trigger the creeps. Because obviously he can't attack the creeps with the Wisp because he can't attack. So he wants to trigger the creeps early, so more Bloodlust comes out before Hawk actually starts the creep. And there's the Immolation as well. He's going for the Immolation play, he wants to deal as much damage here as possible. No more Water Elemental to tank. Archmage has to be careful as well. And Czech makes sure that he's not in a position to really get surrounded. Immolation play is especially nice on this map. Oh, he wanted to steal a creep, but I'm not sure if he actually got it. He might have gotten it with Immolation. Immolation play is especially good on this map because he can heal up at the healing fountains. So he doesn't have to heal up at Moonwells, because healing up at Moonwells with low mana means that he replenishes mana as well, which costs a lot more Moonwell juice. Now Hawk has to be careful about his Archmage. There's no boot on the Demon Hunter though, boots on the Demon Hunter though, so he should be fine. Tries to block him off with the Footman as well. But this Archmage is still alive, and if he wants to creep this with 4 Militia, they're gonna take quite some damage. So Czech is heavily delaying that expansion of Hawk, while having his tech almost halfway done already, getting additional Huntresses, getting his own Tree of Life set up already. This is looking really good for Czech's part. Let's see if he can maybe steal a creep. It's quite unlikely though. There we go. Czech did manage to steal a creep. Hawk still got it, but no level 3 for Hawk. He will finally get a Water Elemental out, but it's only gonna be a level 1 Water Elemental. Has this around and his Huntress, although it might still be able to get out of here, I'm not entirely sure. Has his Footman on hold position, so he's not gonna run away because of the Archer attacking. And Hog, aware that Jack might be cheesing him, scouts this position here because that's where you build towers as Night Elf if you want to push it like that. Gets his Huntress out of surround easily. It actually wasn't even surrounded. Gets a Footman. He tried to get it surrounded and the Hunter didn't quite get it though. That will cancel the Arcane Tower, and it's looking really grim for Hawk at this point, because this Tree of Life will go up without any troubles. Tier 2 coming in for Jack as well, and if he doesn't lose his Demon Hunter here, he's really in a splendid position. Hawk has those boots on his Archmage though, so he should maybe be able to force TP. It will be quite close because he will reach that healing fountain before he dies. 3 HP, that was actually quite close. Those Claws plus 9 are doing quite some work. Not sure if he can get him here. He's in hold position, and he's trying away from healing fountain now, so he will have to use TP. Actually, no. Hawk just instead wants to get the Archer. And that gives the Demon Hunter enough time to run to the main base and heal up at the Moonwells, which are completely full on mana as well. Tree of Life will be finished soon. Double Angel Floor coming up already, and Jack's economy is quite healthy. Hawk's economy is as well, but they have roughly the same hero levels as you can see here on the server board. And there's quite some Huntresses here, and as soon as Jack gets Dryads, he will have insane map control against Hawk. And then Hawk won't be able to creep much at all. He won't be able to do much about the expansion from Jack either. And it's gonna be quite hard for Hawk, because this expansion is really so heavily delayed. Because oftentimes you see humans being able to expand, get that secured, and then still be able to cancel Tree of Life, for example. And Jack just continues going for aggressive play. Gets the early Panda as well. He wants to continue this aggressive play. It's not even about map control anymore, it's rather about pushing expansion. And Jack pulls back for now. He doesn't want to take the fight straight up yet, because he's getting Drides quite soon as well. Gets Nature's Blessing already to move his Tree of Life faster over to his expansion. Also definitely needs to time keeping it alive. And Hawk actually just managed to steal that Gnoll Warden. This Panda doesn't have any XP yet, so Hawk stole this. And then like no one got his dollar from it, but no mana for Water Elemental yet. He got one level 2 Water Elemental out though. Will maybe lose one Footman, although that one might actually get away. And it's crazy micro by Hawk. At the same time he surrounds Panda. No staff on the Demon Hunter, so he has to trade TP if he wants to save it. Maybe he can get out of this run, but no, not in time. He swapped the TP to light, he didn't even swap it at all. I think he still tried. But he got 2 Footmen for his troubles, but is it really worth it? He got 3 Footmen in fact. Lost the Panda for it though. Hawk especially bought quite some time. And made it so the Panda can't get XP right now. Dryads are coming in, Dispel upgrade as well. And Hawk now found an opening finally and wants to be aggressive. He wants to do as much as possible before those Dryads are coming to Dispel Water Elementals and just get free XP for the Night Elf. Tries to go for Tree of Life, but he shouldn't be able to kill it with Nature's Blessing. Only 3 Footmen, only 1 Water Elemental, and those units being here, especially with the Angel 4 to help. Tree of Life also ate a tree, so he's regenerating. Dryads are here as well. No Dispel yet though, but no chance of killing Tree of Life. And now the Panda's back as well, and complete map control takes over for Jack. Hawk is going to have a hard time now. But he got his tier 2 tag, 2/3 finished already as well. But still, that early game is really quite good for Jack, I would say. He just needs to get the level 3 Panda going. Although Hawk is definitely not out of this yet, that's for sure. It's just that Jack has a slight edge in that early game, I would say. Now he wants to get the Panda closer to level 3. He has a Dispel on Dryad, so he can easily Dispel Water Elemental. There we go, loses his Dryad in return though. And the Footmen have defense, so he can't really kill him so well with Dryad. Actually, do they have defense? I thought they had defense earlier, but apparently they don't. So Dryad can easily pick them off. Hawk now wants to steal some creeps here. Gets the Troll Berserker here, that's some nice XP that he stole there. And he got the Ogre Magi with Footmen! That's insane! That's quite lucky actually, considering that a lot of units were doing those units there. So he got the 2 highest level creeps from Creepspot here, denied a lot of XP from the Night Elf, and it's still level 1.5 Panda. Hawk is really getting back into this game. Well, he was never out of the game of course, but he's getting back from his slight disadvantage that he had. Jack going for that tier 3 tech now, he has 45 supply. Dryad's running around here, he still wants to keep that map control, he doesn't want to like Hawk creep too much. He doesn't really need to try some creeping anyway. Well, he would need it for a red drake though, but I guess he's gonna skip the one for now. He wants to not let Hawk creep too much. And also scout around here. Hawk going for double can sanction. Queued a lot of upgrades workshop, so he's gonna go for that tier 2 caster mortar timing. No chance of getting the red dragon without the bottle elemental. He can sell another one, he doesn't have mana. Even if he would do so, it would just get dispelled and provide more XP to the panda and the demon hunter. Level 2 panda now, but Check is really lagging behind in panda XP. Once you get this shop first, I guess, or maybe actually the dragon here, and this shop later with the Ancient 04. Yeah, he wants to get this shop first now, just because he can easily get this one later on, and this one is more of a contested spot that Hawk has an easier time getting. So he wants to deny all the XP possible from his opponent. MK is here as well, so Hawk can kind of fight, but not so well yet, because he can't use water elementals. He has to be really careful. Can he actually... No way. No. Dude. Really? He actually gets the Augur Magi as well with one Archmage hit with the class +9. Check just didn't finish it off. That was really kind of sloppy by Check, I guess, because like he had so much time to finish it off and he just didn't do it. And Hawk already managed to steal 2 Gnoll Warriors here, Augur Magi here, Augur Magi here, and the Troll Berserker here. That's just so much XP. That delays the level of Demon Hunter Panda by so much. It's just quite crazy. And also, it's quite a big deal because what's always a big timer on the human is the level 6 Demon Hunter. And Check is gonna have a much harder time than usual getting that one this time, with so many creeps being stolen. But Hawk now loses pretty much all of his footmen here, even though they have defend, they stand no chance against this. And if he's not careful, he might actually lose his TP. He has boots on the MK, no boots on the Archmage actually. But with that ride slow, I don't think he can get the MK. MK should be able to get to safety. Yeah, rides can't really catch up. Has to be if he denies this with his H04, that would just be hilarious. No, he's paying attention to it now, so he's not getting denied with his Ancient 04. And gets that XP, finally reaches his panda level 3 with the Troll Trapper here. Gets his Scroll of the Beast, instantly sells it, he has it on his spares already for 100 mana. While Hawk is just getting 1-1 upgrades for all the units he has. Well, actually not for the mortar teams, just attack here, which definitely makes sense because they don't get attacked so much anyway. Gets declared for his Mountain King, Ivory Towers. It's time for the tier 2 push. He wants to break this expansion. Check already knows that Hawk rather wants to push this expansion instead of main base, so he got almost all of his Moonwells that he built after getting this expansion up at his expansion to have an easier time defending, as well as the Ancient of Wind. Is healing up now. He got the crucial hero levels with the Panda level 3. Got a nice big invul pod and small invul pod and heals as well, so he's really well equipped on items. Maybe he will get a really nice Sobi mask here as well. It could be quite convenient for him. Let's see what he gets here. He gets another Lyris with accuracy. He got one of those earlier. No, wait, that was the last game. I guess he's not gonna sell this for now. It works for almost all of his units still. Catches Hawk while Hawk is trying to his expo spot, so Hawk is really not in the best position to fight. But Breath of Fire didn't hit the Militia, so they're quite healthy still. He just has to be really careful about his caster and mortars. Especially because he only has one heal screen. That one is on the MK, so he's not in range of those. Anti-magic plus use already. That Breath of Fire uses the heal scroll to counter it. Not the heal scroll on his mortars though. But that's fine, he doesn't want his Militia to die instantly. Goes for a fight at the Healing Fountain though, with only Check being at the Healing Fountain, which is really good for him. Healing Fountain heals percent-wise, so it heals a lot more HP per second on bears than it does on footmen, for example. Check now can take this fight or TP's out, but didn't micro his Drides and loses 2 Drides to the Mortar Volley. That was quite a big deal now, that Sack supply gone just like that. Has some bears and is kinda well prepared for this. But still, Hawk's push is so strong right now, 69 against 57 supply, you can see it up here. No level 3 Mountain King, but the army Hawk has is just splendid. He's towering as defensively as he possibly could to make sure those towers go up. He just wants something to be able to pull back to, and he doesn't want to give Check a good chance of cancelling those. Wisp's coming in to get the dispel on the Wattlemans, and if possible cast as well, didn't get it on caster still. And is just going for this Wattlemans now, picking them off. Got all the mana burns on the MK. He has one more bolt quite soon. But Hawk has had to move so far back now that those towers are actually kind of exposed, but Check still wants to go for the army rather, until he moves further back. Ancient of War is gone with those mortars focusing it. Breath of Fire takes care of those towers. Hawk already lost all of his peasants earlier, so he doesn't have them to repair or build new towers right now. MK has to be careful, but he has to boot, so he should be fine. But Czech actually manages to push Hawk away. He managed to defend against that Ivory Tower push and against those peasants, so no more peasants here to pull his militia. So that was basically the strongest push that Hawk could have gotten here. Flying machines or Gera Cups already here as well in preparation for the fairy dragons. And one big power spike for Czech would be that level 5 Demon Hunter. He's not gonna get it too soon though. One bear here just being AFK in the base. I guess he sort of forgot about it. And he's starting to get upgrades for his units now as well. He has 0-1 upgrades so far for his bears, getting 1-1 now. While the Hawk has 1-0 for his mortars, getting the 2-2 for his spell breakers. And now at least he bought himself some time to go for creeping. Czech is still waiting at his expo, I guess because he is kind of scared of a push. He doesn't have any drides or dispel or anything, only bears. But Hawk on the other hand only has 3 sources, so not too much slow either. He needs to get this creep spot now, but Czech will creep check him there. Walks through here, the opening he made with his Angel 4 earlier is quite convenient. He definitely gets the Ogre Lord, Medallion of Courage, that's a nice item for him. The only better item that he could have really gotten would have been something like Endurance Aura or Legion Doomhorn, which would have enabled him to kite a lot better. But Medallion of Courage is definitely one of the best permanent items here he could have gotten that is not an Aura. Provides some nice additional HP and mana for his MK, that's always nice. There's those Breaths of Fire, already getting rid of some of the flying machines there. And Hawk just really wants to get this spot and also set up a second expansion most likely because he doesn't have good chances of actually breaking Czech's expansion. Especially with 4 Moonwells being here, with that Moonwell upgrade, 52% additional mana regeneration and 125 additional maximum mana, which is quite a big deal. Now Hawk is pulling those peasants into his main base to pull them as militia. He wants to either get the second expansion up or try to push Czech's expansion again. I think it's more likely that he will try to get his own expansion up because that is easier for him to defend. Because doing an offensive push against those Moonwells will go in favor of Czech, and he will have an easier time withstanding a siege, especially with that high ground advantage that he has here if Czech wants to push up here. And he's just gonna try to play the economy game, get that second expo going. Now what's kind of bad about this though in the long run is it makes it more likely for Czech to get level 6 Demon Hunter and maybe level 6 Panda eventually. And those even only level 6 Demon Hunter can completely turn a game around. So there's still pretty much a timer on Hawk's head. And Hawk has to keep this safe, he has to keep a good position here. While Czech has enough time to go for his strats, but if he wants to, but it seems like he rather wants to push into Hawk's about to be built expansion. And Czech also stacking up on those info pods, has 2 on his Demon Hunter, a big one on his Panda, anti-magic pod against that Bolt, and the mana drained from the spell breakers. Also, he's just completely stacked on items, it's really good. Class plus 6 for a Demon Hunter. Not too many permanent items really for a Demon Hunter, but I guess that's fine. And Czech knows that Hawk is perfectly prepared to defend this, and instead he just goes for the expansion here because it only has 3 towers, and like, how many bears is that? 8 bears? Do they really care about those towers? Don't think so. At the same time he's getting up to 2-2 upgrades. Hawk realized that Czech is pressuring the other expansion, so he wants to try to go for the counter kill. But Czech is faster with killing the Town Hall, much faster, and he will still be able to TP in time before actually losing his own Tree of Life. He loses the Moonwell, he is supply stuck, almost. But what does it matter? There's a level 5 and level 4. 1 level 3 mana burn and the MK is gonna be almost out of mana. Hawk has to pull back, lost his expansion while not getting much out of the counter push here. So it was a really good call by Czech. And Hawk is struggling now. Instantly kills 2 Drides with those Mortar Wallies, that's really quite nice. The thing is, Czech has a lot of bears but not many Drides, so he will just completely get wrecked by slow. Anyway, there's the Fairy Dragons. No Gera Cup got killed by those Breaths of Fire. So he has to get rid of the Fairy Dragon before he can really fight, but there's a second one, so Hawk can't really fight in this position right now. Because there's much dispel for the bears to get rid of the slow, but if you can't even apply the slow because of Fairy Dragons, then it doesn't really matter. One more, actually 2 more heal scrolls for Hawk. Almost level 5 Archmage. And he got that expansion running here. He's not rebuilding this one yet. He just doesn't have the lumber for it. With losing peasants at the tower push here earlier, and some peasants here. A lot of peasants actually. He just doesn't have any lumber economy anymore. 81 supply now, pushing into high upkeep by getting peasants. He really is so desperate that he needs that lumber. And wants to go for a fight now, especially because he needs to get out of high upkeep again. He's losing a lot of gold income there. Gets a nice fairy dragon picked off, that's really quite convenient for him, as well as the hippogriff here. 3 more fairy dragons though, and he doesn't have enough to kill those. They just all plant themselves here. He has to move out of them. He can't use slow effective enough. Goes for the panda though. Big invul pot saves him. No reach on him though, but that's just fine. I guess he doesn't have mana on his burst really. And Hawk still has to pull away. He has a hard time taking this fight. Got out of range of the fairy dragons here and slowly kills them, while the Gera Cup just get killed by this one right here. But the thing is, whoa, that panda though. Gets him staffed out though, so he's still safe. No bolt on the MK. Hawk can now start winning this fight because everything is slowed. There's no more Breath of Fire, no Dispel, no Fairy Dragons really. But the thing is still level 5.5 Demon Hunter. If that one gets to level 6, it will get so much harder for Hawk. Can he maybe get him here? Nope, he can't. He wanted to get the bolt out, but the invul pot was in time. Gets 2 bears for his troubles though. Just has to be really careful about his Demon Hunter now, but he can just use anti-magic pot. There's no bolt ready now anyway. But he didn't pay enough attention. He loses his level 5.5 Demon Hunter, and this is a good opening for Hawk. He has a really strong opening now. He got a lot of XP from it. Level 5 Demon Hunter is gone. He has the resources to gain back from Terran, but he's losing so much in return. There comes the Dragon's Breath of Fire, but it's not really worth much. He can't pick those units off, and Hawk might be able to get back into this game. He just didn't use Rejuvenation on his Demon Hunter. Maybe he was out of mana. And also he just didn't pull him back in time. There's this run on Panda. The Panda will die as well, and that is most likely the win for Hawk then. Hawk completely getting back into this game because Jack didn't control his heroes well enough. Even though he had 2 lesser invul pots and 1 big invul pot and anti-magic pots and all that stuff. That's really good for Hawk. It's still 80 spike and 62 without the heroes being alive. 1 minute and 20 seconds for the Demon Hunter to come back, and that is GG. Hawk equalizes the series 1-1.